This video is for replacing the thermal fuse on a Gormia GAF 1220. You have to remove the top panel for doing it. There is a top cover which is held down by 5 legs, and the positions are marked in this screenshot next. And you can pry it out. Now we have 4 screws at the top of this particular case, and there are 2 under it. And then we have 3 screws which is holding down the display panel. I recommend removing it and removing the ribbon cable which is connecting to it, so it's easier to pull up. So 4 at the top, and there is 2 under that box. So you remove the 6 screws along with that display panel. And once you remove it, you can just lift off the top cover. So once the top cover is taken off, you'll be looking at the back side of the air fryer, and you can see that the thermal fuse is lodged inside this cover. So you can just pull it out along with the casing that is enclosing the fuse. For testing the fuse, I'll be using a multimeter, and I'm just going to test the continuity of the fuse. So I don't see any continuity. I'm checking on both edges of the both ends of this fuse. I'm using the 2 legs of the fuse to just check the continuity, and let's see. I'm testing it like this, and I don't see any continuity. I can just make sure that the legs are okay. So I'm checking on the just one leg, and you can see it's the multimeter itself is working here, because you can see there is a continuity. And then when I'm going to check on both the sides, there is no continuity. So that basically proves that the fuse is having an issue. So for testing, what I do is I'm going to bypass the fuse by just twisting the fuse so that both legs will be touching each other, basically bypassing the fuse at that point. And I'm going to connect the display. This is basically the ribbon cable connector. So just line it up and then push it in. Now you can see the power came up, and then I'm going to just test the function, just making sure the fan is rotating. So I'm just lowering the heat as much as possible, and just turn it on and see whether the fan start rotating.
Go to the lowest. Yes, that's it. So now I'll just click on start to show you that
You can see the fan is rotating there. It only has some preheat. I'm just going to cancel it. I don't want to run it when it is on this method. So at this point, I basically have to get a new thermal fuse. And this is basically this is a 15 amp and 192 Celsius fuse. So you can get it from Amazon.